Hello, we continue again from where we stopped, and then I think we got to the presentations. We were able to discuss the toxicity level and then the dose that should cause that should be toxic to the body. Where we landed on the fact that um, a child taking up to 150 milligram of paracetamol per kilogram body weight is a toxic dose, and then an adult taking more than 4 grams per day is kind of exceeding the daily maximum dose. And then also the toxic dose for adults being 7.5 grams to 10 grams. That is an adult taking more than 15 tablets, taking more than 15 tablets of what? Paracetamol. And then we also came to realize that the metabolism for paracetamol has a lot to do with the liver, and then the excretion also has a lot to do with the kidney. So if your kidneys have a defect, and then your liver also has a defect, as 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 a result of abusing PMO, it goes a long way to affect you, because even the normal drugs we have to give you in normal conditions per every average adult or something, you in particular cannot be given the same amount of dose everyone is being given because your liver is defective. All right. Now we want to get down to the presentations. Since the liver is going to metabolize the medication or the paracetamol, the presentations are going to come from the location where the liver is, because that is where the defect is going to occur. And when you divide the abdomen into four, we call them quadrants. At the right, we have the lower quadrant and the upper quadrant. When you look at the upper quadrant, from the umbilicus to the point where um, the abdomen meets the chest. You understand? The right side is where we have the liver. And if the presentation is normally, it comes in about four phases. We have the first phase, the second phase, the third phase, and then what? The fourth phase. Usually what happens is that the fourth phase is basically from, let's say, 0 to 24 hours or 12 to even 24 hours. That is where you have the first phase, and usually the symptoms are delayed. So someone who has taken in more than 15 tablets of chemo might be thinking, okay, I'm normal, I'm not experiencing symptoms or that. The symptoms are usually delayed. So even if it's a kid that took it, the best way of management is to even send the kid to the nearest possible clinic. Right? If you are an adult, like I said, in adults usually it is self-induced. People who want to commit suicide, people who want to take their lives, go into that to do it. So they don't even bother about even going to the nearest, unless of course the symptoms, when the symptoms become very severe, you yourself, you will seek help. You understand? So until then, people who are really determined to eliminate themselves from the surface of the earth, they lock themselves out. So to get to a point to become too severe that they can't even go out to do anything. So the worst case scenario, they die. All right. So asymptomatic stage, that's where they don't even show the symptoms. Within the first 12 hours or 24 hours, the symptoms might be low. Otherwise, they might be getting nausea, they might be feeling nauseated, vomiting, weakness, and all of that. Then it gets to the second day. That's where the next 48 to 72 hours. That's where the whole right side of the abdomen, that's the right upper side of the abdomen, becomes very painful. They experience worse of the first symptoms they experience, and a whole lot of pain. And the moment you touch it, the person starts feeling pain and all of that. The eyes, the severe point is that the eyes will become yellow because the 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 liver will not be able to produce the protein that is supposed to carry what the broken down red blood cells, so that what we call the albumin, so that the bilirubin can be transported to the appropriate place for conjugation. I don't want to bother you with all these chemistry, but then the eyes become yellow, the sclera becomes yellow, and all of that. That's the severe part. So the person will go to the hospital. Now, if the person is conscious and at least alert, it's okay, it's safe, and the person can tolerate oral heat. You understand? But there have been circumstances where after all these people try to induce vomiting, try to let the person vomit. Now, these things do not help. It might delay. Imagine someone swallowing 15 tablets of chemo and it has lasted for like 12 hours to you are entering into 24 hours, you are entering into 48 hours and all of that. Inducing vomiting. As at that time, I think absorption has already taken place. And even if you induce vomiting, it's kind of going to make the person taking antidotes even suffer, because at the end of the day you have induced vomiting. The person takes the antidote and might even vomit in the end. The antidote, the concentrations you need in the person's body might not even get there. So most often inducing vomiting is not advisable. Inducing vomiting, I say again, is not advisable. So take the person to the nearest possible clinic. That's the best point of care in the first place for the person. Then the second thing is, we have activated charcoal. People try to give in red oil and all of that. There is no specific benefit from red oil when it comes to poisoning. The only thing is that um, kind of serve as an antioxidant, where sometimes this poison will take create free radicals. Free radicals are more like unstable molecules that attacks the body cells. And at the end of the day, these antioxidant properties of the red oil can break down or can neutralize the free radicals from damaging the cells. Apart from that, I don't think there is any specific benefit from red oil when it comes to poisoning. And then also, the next possible thing is what? Activated charcoal. It decreases the absorption of this poison a lot. That's the most beneficial thing you can do for the patient. Sometimes you get the patient to the hospital. This is to the clinicians, the nurses, everyone out there, every health worker out there. Someone might take in chemo. You might want to probably do gastric lavage or clear the stomach and all of that. Research have shown that these things do not really go on to, I mean, in the long run, the percentage of clearance so it can't be compared to the activated charcoal. The activated charcoal is the best possible care you can give to the person. Even if you do, when you compare the efficacy rate of activated charcoal to gastric lavage, activated charcoal is high. You understand? It's better to prevent it than to what? To cure it. So this is O.M.A Medical Studio. Subscribe to the channel. We will come your way again with another episode that is going to be on organophosphates. That's people, especially kids, coming around with pesticide poisoning, all of these things. We'll discuss that. And that's going to be very short. Paracetamol, like I said, is very detailed, but then at least we're able to spare you the details and then so much chemistry that comes with it. Alright, subscribe to the channel, try to share the link, and then